Back with another bootleg tin of Pokemon cards, and even though this tin isn't quite as cool as the stupid Pokemon 6 lunchbox version, this one should have more interesting cards. And more interesting packaging techniques. So this bootleg tin itself certainly looks far more legit, doesn't have a pointless 6 tacked onto the Pokemon logo, and is just claiming to be from the Furious Fists line. Well, it looks legit except for this. I seriously doubt the actual card game has ever packaged a card on the flip side of a tin just between it and the plastic wrap before. So yeah, I needed to make sure I showed you guys that before I took the stupid plastic off. But other than that, this tin does its best to look legit with the Pokemon Company International logo on it, and even says it's got the Play Online cards. I seriously doubt it. I'm really glad they packaged this Lucario card between the tin and the plastic wrap. That seems to have turned out perfectly. I mean, it's only bent slightly and got a little damage on the flip side. But clearly they couldn't fit one more card in here. That would have been impossible. Shit. So the Benti Lucario is from Legendary Treasures, not Furious Fists, but when has set consistency ever been a thing with these bootlegs, right? You might also notice the slight difference with this one. It evolves from Byahu instead of Railu. Oh, yeah, and maybe 10,000 HP seems a little higher than usual. So, yeah, immediately this kind of beats out any of the bootlegs from the Pokemon 6 tin because, well, if they're gonna be stupid bootlegs, I want them to be obvious about it. This is also another crappy type of holo where it seems the picture is overly dark when you don't have the light hitting it, but at least this one does have a bit of a rainbowy effect when you get the light on it right, where these ones are just shiny. You guys can decide which one's worse, I suppose. This one's worse. Well, motherfucker, this one didn't evolve from a Rylo either. A Ryofu. Or a Ryotu. I don't know what letter that's supposed to be. It seems the rest of the cards that were in the tin say they're from Furious Fists. Maybe that's why Lucario was kicked outside. But as you can see, all these cards are of the take the original HP and multiply it by 100 variety. The thing about these ones though is they haven't adjusted the attacks to match, so you'd just be playing the game a really long time if you actually followed the ridiculous HP listed. And this raised HP is so much more ridiculous than the raised HP on the earlier bootlegs, and at least these ones had adjusted the attack's damage to match the raised HP. This just seems like an exercise in monotony. Well, except for when they kinda missed it because the damage wasn't nicely spelled out for them with big numbers at the side. Who's that real Pokemon card? It's none of them! Fooled you! Or you saw that coming, so I didn't. For the record, here's a real one, but as you can see, there's so much variation with all the different bootlegs card backs, it's usually not the best thing to go by. And here's some strange made-up Pokemon card claiming that this Raichu evolves from Pikachu, when we all know nothing evolves from Pikachu, except Chansey. Just gonna quickly run through some of the other cards here just so you can see the silly HP versions of them. So we got Thundurus, Minun, Vibrava, Torchic, Scraggy, Pangoro, Pancham, Makuhita, Mindfu, Tyrant, Stars. Not that Tyrant, fuck 'em dumb. Hawlucha! Hawlucha EX! Yes! How sweet is this? Hawlucha EX, one of those always holo cards, not holo. Yay. I love it's trying to blend into the background rarity symbol, too. And oh man, it doesn't end there, guys. Heracross EX! It's so special, because it sucks. And really, who cares about regular old Heracross EX when you've got Mega Heracross EX? With 22,000 HP. Who the hell wants to whittle away at 22,000 HP with shit like, 10 damage mud slap attacks? I don't deny the EX cards look cool, but this is the exact reason I stopped collecting most card sets. Them doing stuff like making the rare cards not the rarest anymore, and you have to get the super ultra special amazing special card for it to ever be worth something like, $750? Alright, after the non-hollowed EX cards, we got Overhealth Teriyama and an actual hollow, and it's a trainer card. You spoil me. And, of course, this card shouldn't be a hollow. You bootleggers make almost too much sense at times, you know. Alright, now let's add an oddity about this card even being here at all. It's from Plasma Storm, making it the only card that was actually inside the tin, not from Furious Fists. And this seems to be a thing these bootleggers like to do in these newer Pokemon bootleg sets, and that's just have random ones upside down. Alright, our other high HP cards are Scrafty, everyone do the Scrafty dance, Lickitung, Clefairy, again, Golurk, Slacking, Sparkling Robe. I guess you'll just have to assume this robe has higher HP than normal. Same goes with the Fighting Stadium. Same with the Gym Leader, Karina, and another Pikachu. Fossil, Flygon, Noverin, Victory Bell. I don't care how high your hit points are, Victory Bell. I will always evolve a Bellsprout into a Mewtwo before I even get to you. And then we got our last holo from the tin, which is Dino from Flintstones. Get mad that I said that. Apparently I lied earlier when I said the dowsing machine was the only one in the tin not from Furious Fists. Apparently both the holos can't be from the same set. And this Dino is a holo common. Alright. Even though that's kinda weird, this did actually happen, but it was a prize for a Pokemon League challenge. So the actual holos of this card should have first, second, third, or fourth place on it. I guess the bootleggers thought you might like to pretend you won in that particular tournament, but they kinda forgot the placing stamp so that would actually work. Either that or they just saw, hey look, there's a holo version of this card. Alright, let's bootleg it. The high HP cards feel even flimsier than the Pokemon 6 cards, so that's pretty bad. However, overall, they're still okay-ish quality-wise. For the most part, these do look like real Pokemon cards, just with ridiculously high hit points. Though, much like the Pokemon 6 bootlegs, these cards' holofoils were kinda crap. Though these ones do edge out the Pokemon 6 holofoils ever so slightly. And we had non-existent, non-holofoil EX cards. 5. Raising the HP was honestly the only thought the bootleggers had here, and they really didn't think that through to how it would actually be trying to play it like that. 1. The ridiculous hit points, or blood values as the Chinese seller amusingly referred to it as, definitely counts more towards the weirdness. They are so overblown, you gotta love it. Unless you don't, it's your prerogative. 6. It's another tin box, so it's a decent package at least, but it's not nearly as interesting as the Pokemon 6 tin was. For the most part, it looked pretty legit, so the best part to me was the stupid shoved in between the tin and plastic wrap card on the bottom. 4. I highly doubt you'll be fooling anyone with these cards. I'm surprised it seems like the bootleggers have never tried making ones with just slightly above the regular HP, because I assume the idea is to fool someone playing with real cards. Or maybe the idea is just to test your patience and try to actually whittle down the extreme HP of these stupid things. I really hope it'd be limited to one Pokemon apiece if someone has actually ever tried playing with these. 0. And the bootleg zones overall is 5! These aren't the funniest bootleg Pokemon cards, but the hit points being multiplied by 10 makes them pretty ridiculous, so their amusement level from that averages them out. Mud slap, mud slap, mud slap, mud slap, mud slap, mud slap. Oh well, it's time to completely destroy you with the Big Bang Horn! Yeah, I don't think so. My Trapinch still has 6,000 HP. Shit! Mud slap, mud slap, mud slap, mud slap, mud slap, mud slap.